Horace. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Did everybody have a chance to look at the minutes from last week?
I didn't see that.
Do I hear a motion to accept the minutes as written?
I so move.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the minutes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed 3-0. Commissioner comments and committee reports.
I attended the EDAC meeting last week.
I went to Project Concern and we talked a little about strategic planning. We talked about a lot, but nothing was really put into play yet.
Okay, I had a NECAP meeting, nothing new to report, done some board training and talking about fall enrollment for the NECAP programs. I guess my comment would be I'd like to address the letter to the editor that Jack had written, and there was a statement in there that I think was factually incorrect, and saying that the facility didn't have any tax dollars it wasn't being subsidized by tax dollars, but there's quite a few departments that are contributing to Senior Village. HR department has a huge part of that budget goes and is not being charged out to Senior Village. HR, IT, and the property insurance through K.S.A. is also subsidizing Senior Village. So I just wanted to took exception to that comment because I thought it was very misleading.
I'm glad you read the letter. I'm glad you read the letter. That surprises me.
I always read my any comments. Okay, Seth, you want to come on up?
Okay, I think you have all the paperwork. Basically, the first thing, let's do federal fund exchange. Basically, I'm just needing permission or to bind us into a contract for those funds. What the funds will be used for is the projects or asphalt projects, which we have already completed, and so we'll be reimbursed at 75 cents on the dollar for those projects.
I noticed a load of blacktop coming up. Are we patching it? Or are we still doing major?
We're doing a little bit of patchwork on Morton before we overlay it. So, so last 2 days have been pretty slow, just with the little patchwork we have to do. Tomorrow we should start full overlay on that road. So.
Okay, do I hear a motion to give Seth the authority to sign off on the request to exchange federal funds?
I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Do I hear a second? I'll second that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed.
Thank you.
No,
I just got started. The other thing I have is a PO for a 8-foot by 40-foot culvert to replace the one that was washed away in the last large rainstorm we had. $1,018. Metal culverts would be my recommendation of the two bids.
PO against the Special Highway Fund for the Road and Bridge Department to the two bids for $5,018 from Metal Culverts Inc. No, there was another bid from Wellborn Sales in the amount of $5,516. So do I hear a motion?
I said, Mr. Chairman, we'll go with $5,018 bid from
Middle Culverts Inc.
Level Covers.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? That's 3-0.
So, Greg has needs to let me know as soon as we order it, so.
Okay.
I will let you know that two's ordered and we can figure maybe 3 weeks or.
I would say I'll need all your signatures on that. The paper I just handed you would be off that permission to work in the right of way from the West Stars subcontractor line construction services.
My question to that would be, and I brought it up this morning, if it's to work on it, all right. If we get any poles on our property, we shouldn't be any different than a private landowner. We should be compensated, but I doubt if they cut poles that close on our
This, at that point of construction, that I believe we'll have some negotiations going on with the different parts of that construction. So that's further. This is just them being able to test the soils, seeing the depths of certain types of soils, and it specifies right there kind of what their plan is and how they're going to fix any holes that they develop within our right of way.
Do you need this back?
Yes, I do, please. I'll get a copy for you.
Scan it in.
I'll move these over. I'm gonna get my papers.
I wanted you all to read this letter for what they're going to be doing with our right of way.
You did get one? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I only had one. I just got the email before I came in here.
This is what we discussed this morning.
Correct. I'll just email it to you.
Do they say when they're starting?
He didn't have an actual time frame yet.
I don't know, do you think that's comprehensive enough to cover?
I would suggest at least having Roger look at it and map it.
I think it'd be a lot added to that.
My understanding is it's going to be at each one of these red dot sites is where they're going to do each one of the borings at. So if that makes or helps kind of verify.
Is there a reason why they want it done today?
He didn't really tell me they needed it right away. I just told him that if he would like it approved today or attempted to be approved today, that I could present it at this meeting today. And he didn't act like it. It doesn't seem like they're in too big of a rush. I know they're trying to proceed with this, but I mean, if we
Well, and talk to Roger about it.
okay,
Is there just one set of pictures?
yes, and I can present them to him. I can run them down here when I'm done here, and if you guys are still. So I can present this to him. We can wait till next week if you'd like with him to review it and see what he says. If there's any more we need.
Almost incomplete at
Okay.
best.
That's fine. I can see what Roger and Pat would both like to see on this, and we can present that back next week. Other than that, I would like to have discussion about the bridge project on Rollins.
Does that need to be executive session?
I believe
You
so.
also need part in bridge company contract. They did mailing a check that Michelle received.
That's correct.
It was part of unfinished business.
That is a different
Yes, it is.
set
So we could do that one first, if you, or the RM bridge, and then we can.
Okay, we have a conference call at 1:30, so we're gonna have time.
I'll tell you what.
All you gotta do is approve R&M and send the paperwork because we received the checks.
Oh, that's the one you're wanting to do first. So let's at this. Okay, I don't have any paperwork on R&M. or anything.
Do you know who has the?
Unless
It's been last week.
It's at my office. It's at my office.
I didn't think there was anything in here.
I do know they are starting that project this week, so it'll be 2 weeks before the bridge is completed, and then at that point there'll be backfill. So, do we need to wait till next week, or can we just approve it since the check's there?
Can't we vote on it?
Yeah.
You leave the contract back to them.
Yes.
As far as that goes, I could sign it. Is there just one place for me to sign?
Signature, I believe it's your signature.
Well, I can make it myself available to sign it afterwards if we want to approve it. Okay, so we need a.
Get it too.
What would how the motion be? I mean, what would be the appropriate motion to?
Accepting R&M's bid on the dirt work after receiving their bonding check.
Yes.
Okay, that's the motion then.
That's the motion. That'll work.
Okay, do I hear a second?
So,
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? That's 3-0.
So you'll take care of getting that back to them, and okay.
And then that check is where and what
Michelle has it.
Michelle has it. And that's something we just hold. Or just come off the,
Well,
come off the final check.
No, we hold it. There's another contract that they need that needs to be executed after this. And it's if they don't sign it, that's damages. If they do sign it, then it's returned.
I didn't know if that was off the total purchase price or we just handed that check
We
back.
just
And they
send it back to them. And Michelle should be able to, or I believe Michelle holds that check the entire
That's what he said.
project. Okay. Other than that, that's all I had other than that executive session. So
How long do you anticipate that needing to be?
15 minutes, I believe. Probably less than that. I mean, I can always. 15 minutes. I mean, if we want to try to.
Do we want to try to squeeze that in?
You may mention that where your monies you're going to have that you carry over, roughly what kind of amount.
Carry over and what?
You had mentioned that you got enough money for the ground with the shoes. What's the money? I don't know, you just mentioned it.
Oh, about facility ground?
Yes.
Basically, on our trying to find a new facility ground, I mean, there's still money there to make the purchase if we decide to try to pursue some ground that we've looked at. If that's still an option on the table this year. That's just something I brought up, and I didn't want it to get put on the back burner because it's something we need to at some point pursue with our facility still dilapidating around us. So. Other than that, I mean, if you guys want to wait till after your conference call, we can do that and go into the executive session then.
Yeah, I think we better. I think we're going to be, because I think it's going to take too long.
Okay, and I can go see if I can catch Roger before then and have him look into this.
Well, if you just left it, we don't have
Correct.
5 minutes at least.
Correct. So, and we'll see. If not, I can wait till next week. So, what time would you like me to come back at? 45-ish?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I don't anticipate it being a very long call.
Okay, thank you.
You've seen the bills yet, Pat?
Do we want to go ahead and make the motion now so we get the phone call that's been taken care of? Or do we need to hear the phone right for?
Well, if there would be an executive session related to
It would be at the end. Okay.
It would be at their request.
Okay.
And I don't know whether it would be appropriate or not.
Ken, you got enough cool to get this over here? You're gonna have to roll over there then.
Well, I think the speakerphone, it'll be able to hear it, pick it up.
Make sure the volume is up.
Yeah, the county council right there.
Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and do that. I guess this is interesting.
Or new
Yeah.
business or,
Yeah, let's go ahead.
oh, we got to approve those transfers today too.
Well,
You got an email on that?
we did.
I'm sure we did. I told them what they want to transfer some money in solid waste.
I thought Jamie said she was going to come over and talk to us about it.
Oh, I haven't seen anything. I don't know.
It is here.
That's what I see.
She was going to explain it better.
Well, we can wait on that and go to county council right there.
Okay, let's go on.
We needed,
Hello? Yes. Okay, thank you. I wanted to make sure it wasn't my parents. New business, I guess the approval of transfers is on here. We can come back to it then. Okay. Pat, do you have anything?
yes, Roger Edgar, who's the George K. Bauman Company, was the placing agent on the bonding project, had given two options about a 10 or 15-year amortization on the bonds. He indicated that a shorter amortization would give a slightly lower rate, although he didn't think it would be significant enough. He didn't think it would be a significant difference in the interest rate. What would make a difference, though, is the amount of the tax levy that would be required annually to make the payment on it. On a 10-year amortization, he estimated that it would be about $1.5 million per year on the tax levy to cover the annual payment. On a 15-year payback, it would be approximately $1 million.
I didn't think bond payments count against the council.
Well, they don't, but you've got to still budget for them, and so you'll have $1 million in your budget, or one and a half mils in your budget to cover the payment on the bond.
I believe they do count. I believe that does count against the tax levy.
I don't have an opinion on it. My recollection was that it excluded payment of bonded indebtedness.
That's what I thought too, but now I'm not so sure.
But I've not researched it with this issue. So,
Okay, something you need to check into. Maybe you already have, and it does count.
I haven't double checked on that because it's been a year since I've had my that budgeting class that dealt with that. So, do you need something?
Can I get a signature on a invoice PO that was approved in 17 for our geocom maintenance?
Depends on how much money you offer.
You say it was approved in 2017?
Yeah, this is our yearly maintenance for geocom. 17 because this is 18. Yeah. Sorry. Sure.
Joint communications, vendors geocom in the amount of $14,181. And this is for GIS data.
Yep, support
Maintenance,
maintenance report.
maintenance agreement. Do I hear a motion to approve it?
I so moved, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That's 3-0.
Yeah, I'll scan it in. Okay, thank you guys. Have
Just a minute, I had a taxpayer ask me if it was possible that we could take some of the cost of the sirens out of the sales tax. I said, I don't know, but I would ask.
out of the 911 fund money,
The sales
Sales
tax money.
tax.
sales tax money. I believe so. I don't see why. Wouldn't see why not.
I mean, it's all coming out of the same bucket that I was asking. I said, I don't know.
I don't see why not. I mean, it's
would
all
have to be
emergency.
Approved by the sales tax committee.
Committee.
City or.
Yeah,
I was
however,
asking.
however that's supposed to be handled
Recommendations, you know.
handled now with the committee. Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Back to the Mr. Bone or Roger Edgar. What's our next step in that process?
First of all, we got to decide if we're going to go 10 or 15 years.
The bond council is drafting the documents. They are, I think, on the 30th, the 31st, to be on the agenda for you to consider adoption.
So we're gonna tell them how many years we want, right?
Yes.
I took it by their kind of recommended 15 years. Is that how you took it, kind of?
I think that's the more common. I don't know that I'd go so far as to call it a recommendation.
Well, economics 101 is get a low interest rate, take it as long as you can take it.
The only thing is, I would like to do it, get it paid off so the future commissioner.
Personally, I'd like to see 10 years. In fact, I'd make a motion to do the 10-year amortization.
I'll second that.
I'll third it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Go with the 10-year.
So we want to remember to put, was that $1.5 million payment? Is that what you said for 10 years?
Yes.
We want to make sure we get that $1.5 million in the, I presume, the road and bridge budget.
That's up to you where you put
Where
it.
we put it. And then we also need to find out if that counts against the tax.
Well, that will come out when we do the program. That should sort that out when the computer program that takes care of that. Is there any other old or unfinished business? I guess this was on the agenda and I hadn't seen it down here at the bottom. I thought it was part of the margin, and that was the transfer.
You said January's time was coming.
Well, she said, yeah, there's a request for fiscal year 2017 year-end transfers for 2017 audit. It needed approval by the commission as of this date. There's 3 transfers. That one was for noxious weed. That transferred in the 124 fund, or out of 124 fund and into the 150 fund.
What's a 124 fund? What's 124?
It's the noxious weed one is, and this one's a capital outlay fund. So this must have been general noxious weed, like in the general fund, and these are all the transfers were to the capital outlay.
So is this a carryover of money? Or?
This must have been a carryover that didn't. This is this says will be posted as of 12/31/2017 for audit adjustments. So this is going through our audit process and must be recommended by auditors as an audit adjustment.
I like to have more of the exact list.
Okay.
Who recommended it? Why they recommend it? Why wasn't it done last year? Yes, is the back track last December 31st
Of 2017. So
It should have been brought to our attention way before now.
I don't know.
I just like more information before I can make a decision.
Okay, I'll have them come back next week.
Maybe everybody else can make a decision without it.
Oh, I'd like to hear about
I usually like to have information.
Okay, I think that it's close enough now that we can have a conference call with Recover Care.
You might tell the audience who Recover Care is while we're talking to them.
Okay, go ahead. Recover Care is the potential or purchaser of Senior Village. We dealt with them last fall. We never did get completely through with negotiations, and it basically stopped. So
they're waiting on others to join for the first ones to get on the call.
okay.
So we're on hold.
Mike, you think I would go hear it? I couldn't hear her voice.
I think that was just super low. I think if they're a little bit louder, I think we'll be fine.
We can't get up on the desk.
No, the cord, this cord's too short.
A little levity never hurt.
Maybe if they're as loud as that, I think we'll all be fine.
Not even elevator music.
They have their own conference call music. I think they need some new music.
I was going to say, I hope they don't pay much for that.
Hello. This is the Atchison. Yeah, this is the Atchison County Commission. All 3 members of the commission are present: Jack Bauer, Bill Pohl, and myself, Eric Knoll. We also have Pat Henderson and Kaylee, I'm sorry, coughing, taking the minutes. Currently, we are in open session. So, do you have? Is Nathan going to be present, or is he on yet?
He absolutely is not on. He's actually calling in.
Okay.
He'll be calling in a minute. I think I'm technically like a minute early.
So
Thank you, gentlemen, and Eric Sibley for making this happen again.
You're welcome. It's always nice to visit. If see where things stand, and we'll wait for Nathan to get on. And where are you at, Zish?
I am in the corporate office in New York. Nathan is in Highland. It's actually not far from you guys.
Yeah, it's right down the road.
That's right down the road. He's on the 36. The problem is the Verizon wireless, which is what our company plans, does not work on 36.
Really?
We can only talk when he's actually.
It works for me on 36.
Really? Oh, I don't know. We must be on Highland there. Nathan? Hello?
I thought I heard him join.
you may make note, Mr. Chairman, that this is being taped, so if something needs to be confidential.
Hello, Nathan?
Is there technical difficulties there, or just? Okay, well, I really don't know at this point. This is kind of just a courtesy call. If there's, we are in live session, and if there's any need for an executive session, you would have to ask for it if there was anything on your part that you would need. Yeah, I guess where our negotiations broke off last year, I'm not exactly sure what one issue prompted that, but anyway, I was glad to hear that you do have renewed interest, and we're just kind of curious how we proceed from here, or if there's still interest, what will going forward look like?
Sure. So, as I mentioned in the email, it's the regular. Sorry, he's actually just texting me now. As I mentioned in the email, I'll take definitely some of the responsibility for that. At the time, we were trying to be creative, specifically with the financing. One of our asks of the commission was to get seller financing, end up speaking to the attorneys, seller financing.
Welcome, Nathan.
I apologize about that. The reception. I'm in Kansas, he's in New York, so I think it's a lot easier time to join than I did. We just started talking, but at this point, and basically, seller finance wasn't really an option. The breakdown had absolutely nothing to do with the asset or family asset. What has changed is that we've now established ourselves as good operators in Kansas. We have a good track record. We managed to turn around almost all of our buildings that losing money. And the banks have noticed that as well. So at this point, we are easily able to acquire traditional financing for regular nursing home purchase. We wouldn't have to get creative with seller financing or anything like that. We feel confident we give you an offer, we can deliver on that and close. So that's really honestly what's changed. Banks have been more open to lending us money just based on our track record in Kansas. It's, as I mentioned at the time, it's harder to get loans for, quote-unquote one-off smaller nursing home in a smaller market, $2 million range than it was for us to get the initial, $30 million loan secured by 8 properties. So, but at this point, like I said, we have good banking relationships and feel very confident in our ability to move forward.
So how are things going up how are things going up at Highland?
That's where I am right now.
Oh, really? How's it going?
Building, we've got some interior redesigning. The building looks, it was the only building that we're not, the most proud of, but there's new lighting here, new paint, the flooring, some of the areas, or carpet. Well, this is great.
I noticed as of July 10th that Medicare.gov ranked it 1 star out of 5.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I noticed that as of July 10th, Medicare.gov ranked it 1 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, it's going to be 1 star for a while. Unfortunately, we had a survey issue here about 6 months ago.
I also noticed that as of July 10th, Atchison Senior Village is 4 stars out of 5. So we've got an outstanding facility here.
Sorry, I didn't get the second part of what
I said we have a fantastic facility here in Atchison.
Right.
4 out of 5, that's incredible.
It was a 5-star until we down the well. It's a 4-star now, but it should go back up to 5. They had a positive survey. So the star ratings do change all the time, but Highland is going to be one for a while. Unfortunately, we self-reported an issue to K.S.A, and they came in and gave us a citation for risk, which caused us to become a 1-star facility, where we have no lingering effects to that citation besides for the 1-star issue. There's a new administrator here, probably about 3 months now. She's actually a nurse as well, besides being an administrator. The building is in good hands, clean. Residents are happy here. The rest of our buildings, the only good part of us pushing this off 6 to 9 months when we spoke last, it has been the fact that we're a more established company now in Kansas. A lot of other companies in Kansas have failed in the last year. About 6 homes this year have already closed in Kansas. And even amongst the larger operators, there have been a couple of homes in Kansas. Obviously, the Skyline Group, there are other groups as well that have gone bankrupt and licking their wounds and they've left the state. And thank God we, in the last 15 months, have become profitable at the 6 to 8, 9 month mark for us. We were profitable. Buildings are doing well. We're not in any distress. So we're definitely a more reputable company today than we were 6 months ago. That's the good news. It's waiting a bit, but as you said, we have a good relationship with banks now. They know us as operators, and they know us in this space in Kansas. And yes, the building is still in our backyard, still in our footprint that we can easily take over and continue the legacy that you guys have.
I don't remember. Did you provide?
Our other buildings, we managed to actually raise the star level as well. We have a very large one in Kansas City. We came in, it was 2 stars, now 4 stars, they're about to become 5 stars. Some of our buildings that were at 1 star now 3 to 4 stars.
Yeah, I only brought the one I'm sorry, the only reason I brought the one at Highland up was the one that was closest to us, and that's the only one I looked at. So, but the question I've got is, I can't remember, did you provide us personal financial statements and corporate financial statements the last time we discussed this?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. So I think that would be paramount to having a discussion and understanding your banking relationships.
That's a good suggestion.
Banking relationship.
Your banking yeah, we'd like to know about your banking relationship, personal financial statements, corporate financial statements. I don't think did you include that originally, or I just can't
No,
remember.
but I just to be clear, the banks that we're referring to are banks that are doing our finance, not going to be reflected at all in personal financial statement.
Well, but any time I've ever bought anything or sold anything at a corporate level, always was disclosed personal financial statements and corporate financial statements.
That's fine. I have no problem with that. I'm just saying it's two separate things. Like you're not going to see, what LOIs or commitments or other stuff we have from banks for other deals in other states and stuff like that. I just want to make sure we're clear. It's two separate things. I personally may get cheat. I'm not doing any of my finance.
Okay.
I'm doing it with random banks, HUD banks, all sorts of banks all over the country.
Okay. Any in Kansas? Any banks in Kansas?
We bank in Kansas.
No, I'm talking about for the financing part.
We have one of our accounts in Kansas.
Yeah. I'm just talking about the financing part.
Sure. No, the financing, no.
This is Commissioner Pohl. If we were financing, I think we definitely wanted to get more of your knowledge of your financing. But where you're cutting a check, as long as the check is good, that's good enough for me.
This is Commissioner Bauer. I would like to know your financial wherewithal to continue the business. We don't want it to fail in our community. So we'd want to definitely know your financial wherewithal, ability to not only complete the transaction, but also to be able to continue the transaction through a thought of sustainability.
Absolutely. We can show proof of funds. And just so you're aware, the state also does require financial information as far as the taking over as an operator because of the same terms. So we said that the past number. They should go for the funds and liability.
Is that public information or is it held confidential within the state?
It's held confidential, part of the application for ownership.
Okay.
Is showing the balance sheet.
And I think all of us would want to sign a letter of confidentiality agreement.
Yes.
That anything you give us would be held in confidence, of course.
Sure. Yeah. No issue with that. We're good. As far as you mentioned next step, the general terms that we have been negotiating, I'd be more than happy to basically continue with those and close along those lines. As far as specifics, I'd rather go into executive session if that's possible. Protect their interest.
Do we want to do that at this time, or do we want to just schedule a meeting? I mean, where we could have more of a sit down and discuss some of these issues.
This is Commissioner Pohl. We're definitely going to need to sit down for a while because I've had some interest from some businesses. What do you call your group? EDAG Economic Development Group that would like to ask some questions, not about price or nothing, and I told them that I would let them know, but then when we went into executive session, we'd ask them to be excused. So we definitely need a sit-down meeting, but not to discuss details, just some questions that they have about economic development to Atchison County if we sell the nursing home.
The changes in employment numbers, vendors that are used, things like that. So I kind of think that sounds like there is interest on both sides, and I think it'd be probably best, in my opinion, if we would schedule a sit down in the near future with you.
As opposed to the phone conference.
Well,
with addition to the phone conference, we can discuss some more things. But
are you wanting
I'm just saying that just because we don't always overlap.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last.
Well, Let me just clarify, when you say sit down, you mean specifically in person?
Yes.
If that's what you guys want, we obviously will accommodate that. Have to work out our schedule. That would have to be on a Tuesday, right?
Not necessarily. I wouldn't go as far as to say as that's what we want. That is what some of our taxpayers and some of our businessmen, they would like to ask some questions. I have no idea. Commissioner Knoll brought up a couple things, and number of staff and purchasing local.
Could we potentially do that after or further along, just so we don't like theoretically it may take a few weeks for Nathan and I to get out there together, and
Well,
I'd rather.
I don't think there's a gigantic hurry to have this discussion.
With that,
I don't think there's a big hurry to have this discussion. This is a big decision for you and for us.
we want to make sure that we're in the same ballpark range in terms of other terms, that we're not spinning our wheels here, but we're definitely open to it. We're transparent about our relationships and our ties to the facility, so we definitely would have a meeting. Like as you say, we want to know where we stand in terms of the move forward to make sure that everybody's in terms, business terms.
Well, I think that we could probably clarify a lot of these things, do an email, get anything straightened up, and then set up a meeting, face-to-face meeting, when you can get to it. I would definitely be in favor of keeping the chain of communication going during that process, see if there's anything that we can. Because I think probably the second we hang up, we'll think of another question that we haven't asked, and actually put in requests for information and going both ways.
Yep.
this
If you didn't have any further questions, that would be trouble. We expect to have more questions.
this Commissioner Poll, some of the requests that you asked for has been accomplished, and some are being put on hold till we have some kind of more of a commitment.
Exactly. Those are exactly the type of business things that we'd like to hash out via email or however. Once we're in a place where we're all amenable, we'll come down.
Sure. And Peggy would have been here today, but she had state surveyors at the facility, so she said you would understand all about that.
This is one day at the office.
Yes. So. Well, is there anything further to discuss immediately at this time, or shall we just kind of keep the communication lines open and see where it goes from there?
I think I'll take it further with Patrick and email. Does that make sense?
Yes, that would be fine.
Do you want us to renew our letter of intent or the other document?
Well, I think they need to make a proposal.
We don't even have a price anymore. So.
I think that some of this, it's going to have to be kind of reestablished where we stand, because this has been, I know about where we finished up, but I'm not sure, and I think it kind of have to reestablish all of those things before we commit to anything.
Okay. We'll be in touch with email. We're definitely in the area. Every time we're in town, we go to the Snowball to get some ice cream.
There you go. I do remember that. So, well, thank you for shopping Atchison.
Yep.
Okay, well, if nothing further, we'll be hearing from you.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
guys.
much.
Thank you very much. You have a great day.
You too.
100% is out there.
He was wandering around for a while. No, I didn't come in. So I'm still not clear. Are we having a budget meeting on Thursday or?
Thursday, but I don't know if we got a time yet. Like I said, as long as we get something accomplished. But I do have to leave here by 3:30. I would like to meet in the morning.
Well, if they got a finished product at noon, I'm not opposed to that.
I presume that's what Michelle's helping Jamie work on now that she's not attending on the budget or.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
You know, just as a point of, I guess we use a telephone again, and eventually we'll. Is there any way we could get this over here?
Yeah, that needs
Maybe
to be
just a
done.
matter of a line.
Yeah.
I think
And I didn't realize that they didn't come over here.
Right.
So we had so few. Is that?
Well, we haven't had one since I've been here. But I mean, just there's going to be reasons from time to time to do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Point well taken.
I think so.
You want to read it?
Sure. Does the chairman usually?
You got it. Well, you got it in your hand.
Okay.
You can make a motion.
I move that the Board of County Commissioners recess into executive session at 1:51 p.m. The subjects to be discussed during this session are negotiation of options to purchase right-of-way related to bridge construction. The statutory justification for the closed session is preliminary discussions relating to the acquisition of real property as allowed by K.S.A. 754319B6. The board will come out of executive session in 20 minutes, which would be 2:11 p.m. in the commission room, first floor courthouse, and those present will be the county commissioners, road and bridge superintendent Seth Howard, and county councilor Pat Henderson. Do I hear a second?
A second, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 3-0. We on? Okay. With that, is there any other business?
I don't think that Bill's turn, is it? I don't think we're on.
It's recording.
Okay.
This is, yeah.
I moved to adjourn.
Been moved to adjourn. You second?
14.
Is we gonna have any explanation about this transfer? Or is she too busy today?
I wasn't going to bother with her right now. She's right in the middle of her budgeting thing here. I don't know how long it takes.
So what do you let us know about the budget? You can let us know.
Oh, I talked to them. We will do budget meeting Thursday at 1. Is that okay?
It's fine with me, but only it's about 3.5 hours. He's going to leave at 4:30.
I gotta leave about 4:30.
Oh, I haven't. Well,
Now, I'll be glad to do it at 12. And if we got to have a working lunch, we can do that time.
I'm fine with that. Why don't
Can we move it up an hour?
it's 12. Why don't we tentatively do that? I will get with them to make sure that that is all right with them, and I will let you know.
I just don't have 3.5 hours.
Okay. I didn't hear Bill say that he had to be again at 4:30.
I signed on for this job, so if I need to be here, I need to be here. I'll put it like that.
Okay.
If it runs over, that's fine.
Same time, if it's okay with them, it's fine with me to be here at 12. And
That's fine.
there was a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
It's been moved to second to adjourn. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Pass 3-0.